Okay, so I'm going to take you through a really potent exercise where you can truly connect to what feels like a yes within your body and what feels like a no within your body. The key points for this is it really allows you to explore what your true yeses are and what your true nos are as well. And this becomes a really potent tool. Now, I'll take you through this exercise, but then I really invite you to get curious and playful with it. This doesn't have to be a really serious thing, and I think it actually works better when you're willing to get into a playful mode with it. So I'm going to take you through a little bit of a visualization, a little bit of a guided exercise here. So if you haven't already, find yourself in a comfortable space. You want to be really comfortable within your body in this moment because we're really going to need to have a neutral stance that we can come back to. So do whatever you need to do to get cozy and comfy. If you need to put a little cushion under your sacrum so that you've got a bit of a tilt so you feel cozy and comfy. If you want to lay down, you can do that as well. I generally recommend for the third part of the exercise that you come up to seated, so I'll cue you if you are laying down for that. So it's going to be quick and easy. This will take less than 5 minutes to do, and then you can practice it throughout your day. You can bring it back into your body as well. So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes and just begin to breathe and scan through your body. Come into what I call a neutral place where you're just sort of, this is where I'm at today. Just doing a quick scan from head to toe, noticing what you feel in your feet, in your knees, in your glutes, in your low back, in your chest, in your belly, in your face. And I'll invite you to take 3 deep breaths in and out. Maybe even exhaling, releasing any tension, stresses, or worries so that you can be fully present to your body in this moment. And in a moment, I'm going to invite you to bring to mind an image, an idea, and to really feel into your body and where it shifts and what shifts. And this is going to be what you use as a gauge point. So continuing to breathe, continuing to feel into your body. I'd like to invite you to bring to mind your least favorite food or beverage. I want you to imagine that you're holding it in your hand, and then you are placing it in your mouth. And if it's food, you're chewing it very slowly. If it's a drink, you're swishing it around, really allowing the flavor to permeate your mouth and all of your taste buds. And now scanning through your body and feeling where the reaction is. Does it feel like your chest is coming in? Does your throat close off? Does your whole body clench up? Do you feel your glutes tense up? Where do you feel it in your body with that yucky, disgusting flavor in your mouth? And I want you to imagine as though you can take a nice big drink of water, wash it away, and come back to the neutral body and take a couple deep breaths in and out. And then I want you to imagine that in your hand, once again, you have food or a drink, but this time it is your favorite food or drink. And I want you once again to place that within your mouth, chewing slowly, allowing it to roll around in your mouth, holding it, appreciating it, and once again scanning through your body and noticing what you feel. Do you feel your breath slowing down? Do you feel relaxation within your body? Do you feel an expansiveness perhaps in your chest? Are you maybe more aware of your legs? Just taking note of how this delicious and yummy flavor in your mouth feels. And then once again coming back to neutral. And we're going to do that same type exercise but with different things so that you've got a bit of a gauge that you can use for both. This way it really cements it in your body in a different way. And for some people it can be a little harder when we use the flavor. If this is you, don't worry. Some people love all foods and some people don't have anything that they dislike. So it can be a little more challenging, hence why we do a couple extra here. So once again, just breathing and feeling into your body. And this time I want you to bring to mind war. Think about war, think about people involved in war, the images of war, and I want you to feel into your body and what you feel there. Allow your imagination to sort of play with the ideas of it. and what happens, where it clenches down. And note, I know with this one, it's a fairly extreme example. And so you may note that there's actually a shutting down. There's like a no that happens within your body and it won't let you go any further. And that's a telling sign right there. So know that that's wisdom. That's a no. So let's come back to neutral, wash that through. If it helps, maybe allowing a bright white light to just move through your body, kind of cleansing that out. And we're going to shift to a more positive. And this time I want you to imagine either your favorite human being, your favorite animal, or the best vacation you've ever been on. And I want you to really feel into that. If it's a human, you're seeing them for the first time after a long while. If it's a pet, they're greeting you at the door and very excited, or maybe having a cuddle with you on the couch. And if it's a vacation, just imagining that you just walked off the plane and you're heading towards your destination. And then feeling through your body what it is and where you feel these sensations. And again, this is your yes. So just taking a moment to come back to neutral once again, and we'll go into our third and final example that you can play with. So if you are laying down at this moment, I'll invite you to sit up or even stand. So with this, we're going to notice what the body does with these next two questions. We're going to notice if it leans forward or if it leans back. And this is kind of a fun one. This is one of my favorites that I like to check into if I need to get an answer to something that I'm working on. So sitting or standing, I want you to close your eyes and just breathe. And what I'm wanting you to ask is in reference to your name. So I'll give you the example and I'll demonstrate it for me. So what I like to do is my name Mandy? And I don't know how much that shows on the camera, but what's happening is my body, without even trying, is just gently listing forward. So I'd like to invite you to try this with your name. See how your body reacts. So for some people, you might have a little bit of a more of a neutral stance, and if you play with it a little bit more, you may get a little bit more of a lean forward. And then alternately, pick a name that is not yours. I use the name Frank just for the fun of it. It's one that is obviously not my name at all. So I'll demonstrate that again. Is my name Frank? And immediately my body just tilts backwards. So pick your favorite non-name and try it out on yourself right now and see how that works. Beautiful. So coming back to neutral once again, these are 3 different ways that you can check in with your yes and your no. Don't be surprised that the more you play with it, if it shifts and changes a little bit. I know for me, my yes first started out with my chest just sort of opening and feeling really great. And then what happens is it opened up and then I started feeling things in my knees. So it'll shift and change over time the more you play with it. And again, taking this to this playful place, I love using it when I go grocery shopping, for instance. Should I get this red apple? Is it a yes or no? Should I get this green apple? Is it a yes or no? Or when I'm driving, I really love playing with it. Should I turn left or should I turn right, depending on where I'm going? There's been many times where I've kind of played with this exercise as a way to strengthen the muscle and strengthen the trust within my own body, where I will ask, should I turn left or right? And it'll direct me a certain way. And many times when I'm going to my destination and I get there and I'm the first one there, and the people who come behind me are saying things like, weren't you caught in that big traffic jam? Did you see that accident? Wasn't that crazy? And because I was with my intuition following this different route, I ended up completely avoiding a traffic jam and things that had gone on. So it's a really fun tool. And so think of using it with things that are less consequential to you as a starting point. And then you can start developing it and bringing it into bigger things in your day-to-day life as well. So I hope you enjoyed this exercise. Let me know how it goes. If you've got any questions, please send me an email. I can be reached at info@mandymac.com.